Now, we're going to switch right in. Joining me now, a very old and dear friend, Bill Bennett, former education secretary, former White House drug czar under President H.W. Bush, Papa Bush, and he is a Fox News contributor. Bill Bennett, as I live and breathe, it is wonderful to see you. And the topic here is something you have campaigned on, and we've talked quite a bit about it on this show, and that is the scourge and poison of fentanyl. And Bill, that one of the tragedies here, I mean, there's a lot of tragedies to this tragedy, but I have not heard Joe Biden say a word about the fentanyl disease. What are you thinking about this? What do you want to see? What do you want to do?
Yeah, just when you come up with something that might require big government or active government, it's missing. He thinks he's in there to stop the flow of oil. He should be in there to stop the flow of fentanyl. He got it backwards. Now these cartels are daring us by sending fentanyl in the form of children's candy for Halloween. Do we have any metal left? Metal, M-E-T-T-L-E? Do we have any, brass left to take these people on? Declare these organizations foreign terrorist organizations, the cartels, and go after them. Talk to the president of Mexico. They don't cooperate. We can do this anyway. This is critical. It's killing a lot of people. You know, right here in this town, we have this memorial, sad memorial, but dignified and beautiful, the Vietnam Memorial. 58,000 dead. 108,000. That was over 16 years, Larry. 108,000 dead last year from drugs, from opioids, most of it fentanyl. But as you know, it's not just fentanyl, and we would be making a mistake. We have a drug problem in this country, and it comes in many forms. The marijuana situation gets worse. Tetrahydrocannabinol, people think it's innocent. It's not. It's 20 times more powerful than it was in the 60s. More young people in treatment for marijuana than any other drug. And we've got everything else out there. Meth, polydrug use is the order of the day. Last point I'd make here is just to say, when you look at the headlines, homelessness, mental illness, crime, there's a big drug connection. You know, when you look at the homeless in the street, what percentage do you think are there because of drugs? 85, 90, 95? I could go on.
No, I know. Listen, we just had Mehmet Oz on, Bill, running for Senate in Pennsylvania. His opponent, who's I think a crazy person named Fetterman, wants to decriminalize all drugs. Decriminalize all drugs. And I don't think he's the only one in this party, Democratic Party. I believe you were once a Democrat. I was once a Democrat. Reagan was once a Democrat, et cetera, et cetera. It's not that party anymore. But, you know, you hear this talk, this loose talk, just decriminalize drugs, no problem at all. Bill Bennett, another one for you while we got you. I mean, not all this, but a lot of this stems, I think, from the open borders. And so with fentanyl, we know, China exports the basic resources. They're manufactured and packaged in Mexico and shipped across the border. Well, you can ship anything across the border when you have an open border. We don't have any sovereignty. That's got to be part of this problem.
It's open. It's flowing. I mean, it was going in before, but now it's a torrent coming in. But a part of the open borders problem is an open and weak presidency here. People know what they can get away with, and they're pushing this president back, and his back is against the wall, and he doesn't know what to do. And some problems require firmness, and I hope the cavalry is coming, Larry. And this one requires attention on all fronts. Who's Biden's drug czar? Any idea? I don't know.
I was just going to ask you. You know what? I have not heard a single peep about that. Who's the drug czar? I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, and this actually is something government can do something about, and we need to pay attention to it. Also, you want to look at the schools?
Yes. Yes.
Take a look at the correlation between drug use and performance. We know that drug use destroys focus and attention. Or focus and attention needed in the schools? You bet. So Dr. Oz was right. My old friend Rick Perry was right. And you were right. And the cavalry, I hope, is coming.
Actually, somebody should get that down. Bill Bennett said I was right. I want that put into the historical record. One last one, 30 seconds, Bill.
Yeah, sure.
The parental rights movement, particularly with respect to schools, is a big undercurrent in this election. I think that's a big plus.
Sure it is. Parents complaining about what's going on. We lifted the veil there during the pandemic, and parents saw what was going on and said, this won't work. However, parental involvement in the schools has got to be parental involvement in a child's life. You know, I feel terrible for these parents who get on and talk about their child who, you know, got fentanyl. But why is the young person buying Vicodin from a dealer in the street?
Yeah.
You know, parents, teachers, schools, let's not relinquish our authority.
Yes.
Hannah Arendt, the great political philosopher, said there's some kinds of surrender we are not allowed to practice in front of the young. We can't surrender on this one.
All right. Thank you, Bill Bennett. Thank you for coming on. We will talk more about this very soon.